What could you be saying beneath the words you're choosing to use? Or, in other phrasings, what might you be saying with your body language, intonations, and thoughts without realizing it? Let's dig in and find out. Hey everybody, my name is Jesse. I'm a neuro-auto-associative programming facilitator and life coach. Today's question digs deep into the principles of communication at its core. What is the purpose of communication? For me, I've always viewed it as a means of conveying ideas, of getting to know someone. Communication at the core is sharing your thoughts to others. And scientists have started to understand how this works. Few have actually gone into trying to break down how much of communication is the words we use, how much is inflections, and many of them actually found some rather interesting discoveries. The part that I find most fascinating is a quirk in our brain, or specifically the cells of our brains, called mirror neurons. The job of mirror neurons is to study those around us and decipher what they're communicating or what they're thinking in order to fit in more easily. The discovery has been around 7 to 10% of what we communicate is actually in the words that we're using. Beyond that, a fraction, usually around 15%, is said to be deciphered as the inflection, and then another amount is body language, and usually it's decided around 15 to 20% is based on the thoughts that we're trying to communicate, the electromagnetic field that our brain is giving off. How cool is that? That we literally are trying to read each other's minds. The downside is we're not great at it. And because of that, it leads to miscommunications, misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and generally bad days all around. So the question is, what if we could learn to master this? What could that change? How many relationships could you heal, rebuild? Are there family members that you've hurt without realizing it? I know I have, and I'd love to fix it. And I'm learning how to do it with studies of neuro-auto-associative programming and the use of embedded language. I'm also learning principles of neuro-linguistic programming that have helped me to understand how I'm communicating, especially with my particular vocal pattern of a pause stutter as my brain tries to keep tabs on what my tongue is doing. My brain moves too fast and my tongue struggles to keep up and I get lost. What is your particular quirk? How can you communicate more effectively? I know for me, my solution, I love to communicate through song. It allows me to convey in predetermined phrasing what I'm thinking. And I can put in behind the words what I intend. My brain can go at its own pace, my mouth knows what it's doing. And it's powerful. There's a reason that music is said to be the universal language. Between the mathematical patterns and the inflection control and all of the other techniques and principles that go into it, there's a depth of understanding that you don't have to speak the language of the singer. But the power of the music comes through. The power of the communicated word comes through. Whether you are a Spanish speaker, or an English speaker, Italian speaker, German, it doesn't matter. A singer who knows their craft, a musician who knows their instrument, will still get you to cry. They will still communicate the intention of the music, sometimes without speaking a single word. There's power in that. Let's master it. Let's learn to tap into this. I invite each of us to see where we can improve. Might you add a few more questions into your repertoire of communication? Do you simply need to pause and let the other person speak? Are you clarifying what you're hearing from the other person? We make assumptions, and sometimes it messes us up. I invite you to analyze what you're saying, where you could improve. Where might you pause and listen? Where might you clarify? If you need help implementing any of this, reach out. I would love to have a discussion. If you think I've gone off the deep end, call me out. If you know someone who desperately needs to hear this, please, I implore you to send this video to them so they can hear it. If you've just enjoyed being here, on the other hand, please like and subscribe. It really does help. Until next time, you have a good one.